I'm 48 years old. Today I want to share with you how jealousy and bitterness completely destroyed my life and left me all alone. Exactly 18 years ago, my younger brother Michael, who's 3 years younger than me, fell in love with a woman named Rachel. Rachel was sweet, warm, and intelligent. But from the moment I first laid eyes on her, I hated her. Michael was the center of my world. We lost our parents when we were young and grew up in foster care, clinging to each other for survival. We had no one else but each other. All the good times and bad times in our lives were spent leaning on each other. Over the years, we both worked hard to change our future. Michael became a lawyer, but I couldn't finish my education. Thanks to Michael, our lives improved. We became financially stable, and things were finally peaceful. Michael was my everything, my confidant, my friend, my brother, my only support. Michael took care of all the household expenses while I managed the house because I couldn't work. One day he came to me and said, "Sis, I want to introduce you to someone." I was surprised because Michael had never had a girlfriend before. I couldn't help but ask, "Is she your girlfriend?" "Yeah, sis, we've been seeing each other for 6 months. She's a great person. She's smart and kind. We've known each other for a few years through work, but we've been dating for the past 6 months. I think I love her," he said. Hearing those words, I felt something I'd never felt before. I should have been happy for my brother, but I wasn't. Michael went on, "Rachel is beautiful, polite, and intelligent. Once you meet her, you'll love her too." I'll be honest, from the moment he told me about Rachel, I hated her without even meeting her. I had a strong prejudice against her. Michael then asked, "Are you free tomorrow? I want to introduce her to you." Reluctantly, I said, "Sure, I'm free." Michael was going to bring Rachel to our house. I have a cleaning obsession, so much so that I barely step outside because of it. Michael had tried so hard to help me get treatment and rejoin society, but I couldn't do it. This obsession was rooted in the trauma we faced as kids in foster care. I had tried to be both a mom and a sister to him. When Michael went to law school, I took over all the household chores, and I wanted to do them perfectly. Over time, my cleaning habits spiraled out of control. I spent 5 to 6 hours cleaning every day, washing the same glass multiple times, scrubbing the floors repeatedly. It became a full-blown obsession, and I never recovered from it. Now, my brother wanted to bring someone new into our lives, and I didn't want that. We had been enough for each other since childhood. Who was this Rachel, and why was she suddenly entering our lives? I didn't want to share my brother with anyone. The next day, Michael came home with Rachel. Out of courtesy, I set up a nice dinner table for them. We sat, ate, and chatted for a bit. Rachel seemed like a good person, but deep down I didn't care. I thought, couldn't Michael find anyone better? Why her? Seeing her touch my brother's arm while talking annoyed me. I barely restrained myself from kicking her out of the house. After that evening, Michael asked me how I liked Rachel. I told him bluntly, I didn't like her. "Why?" he asked. "I don't know, I just don't like her. She seems fake to me," I said. "No, sis, you'll love her once you get to know her. Maybe her demeanor seems different because of her profession, but I'm sure you'll grow to like her," he said. Months went by, and Michael kept bringing Rachel over for dinners and gatherings. Watching their love for each other grow only fueled my jealousy. Then one day, Michael was beaming with joy when he said, "Sis, I proposed to Rachel today and she said yes, we're getting married." I was in shock. Inside, I was screaming, "No, this can't be happening." I could barely tolerate Rachel now. How would I survive if they got married? But all I could say was, "I'm happy for you." I asked, "So, what's the plan? Where will you live?" "Don't worry, sis. We'll live here. Rachel and I talked about it, and she's fine with staying here with you. You're my only family. I'll never leave you alone. Rachel will be like a friend to you, and I'm sure you two will get along even better after the wedding," he said. I was furious but couldn't say a word. They had a small, simple wedding. I told myself, he's your brother and she's his wife now. You need to get along for his sake. 3 months went by, and I could barely stand it. There was now another woman in the house who spent more time with my brother than I did. Michael only had eyes for Rachel. I was losing it. My jealousy consumed me. I didn't want her in the house. I began scheming to break them apart. I accused Rachel of being after Michael's money and told him she was seeing other men. I even sent fake messages to her phone to destroy his trust in her. But no matter what I did, their love remained strong. Michael chose Rachel. When all my schemes failed, I escalated further. I made Rachel's life a nightmare, harassing her at every turn. But one day, Michael discovered everything I had done. That day, he looked at me with disgust and said, "You're done with us." He and Rachel left. My beloved brother walked away from me because of my actions. For the first time in my life, I was completely alone. The absence of my brother cut deeper than any other loss. 18 years have passed since then. I apologized countless times to Michael and Rachel. They forgave me and were back in each other's lives. But I'll never forgive myself. Jealousy is a dangerous emotion. If you don't control it, it will destroy you and leave you with nothing but regret. Learn to share in the happiness of those you love, because once they're gone, all you're left with is remorse, and that can never bring them back.